Good afternoon. It is another beautiful day. Kind of cloudy, but still beautiful. I'm up, I'm breathing, I'm working. That's awesome. That looked kind of freaky. But anyway, I want to start off this way. As the deer panteth forth the water, so my soul panteth after thee. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. For you alone are my strength, my shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. You alone are my strength, my shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. Alright, I wanted to do that because I want to do a video on that. We are hungry creatures. We want to eat. We want to be taken care of. We're hungry to learn. We're hungry to be fed. We're hungry to be taken care of. To a degree. Even the most independent people want to be taken care of to a degree. So, it's not bright, but it's just bright enough. But, so I wanted to cover that. And I did not do the full first verse. Try to say that 10 times. But I did do part of it. And the reason being is because at nighttime when I drive, I come across a lot of deer. And deer are beautiful creatures. They're so unique. When they run, they look so odd. But it's so odd, it's almost elegant. But it works for them. Every animal has their way they move. Bunny hops, cats, lions, and tigers, when they run, especially cheetah, it's so graceful. Especially cheetah. Cheetah looks like when it runs, it's not even it barely touches the ground. It's amazing. Short sprinter, but man, that thing flies. But you look at a deer run, it almost is like they're pushing off the back foot, and they're almost hopping off the back foot. It's not a hop, it's a run, but it kind of has a resemblance a little more of what a bunny looks like. And they're deceptively fast. And they're not the fastest animal in the world, and they're definitely not smart, but they are fast. And deer can be, for hunters, it's not hard to hit a deer. You hide, the deer comes out, you shoot it. It is what it is. But when they're running from prey, it is amazing that they can stop on a dime, change direction, and be going full speed on the next step in a different direction. Completely different direction. Like they could literally turn around and be going right back the other way on a dime. No other animal in the world can do that. And when they do that, they have to get something to drink. So they have to go drink. And sometimes when that happens, that's when they get pounced on by somebody else. But when they run hard, they have to have a drink, and they pant, and they get their breath back. And it don't take them long, but they do. They're very, very flighty creatures. So they're always on the lookout for something. But that is their escape mechanism, is they can change direction on a dime. The only animal that can do that the way they do it. Now, is there other animals that can stop and turn pretty quick? Yes, but not like a deer can. But a deer is always thirsty. They drink a lot. As a deer panteth forth the water, so my soul panteth after thee. We are hungry. We are hungry hippos. I always want to use that as a reference in a video. But my point is this. As a deer runs and then gets excited and then gets really thirsty, when it comes to life, when it comes to religion, when it comes to being loved, we are thirsty for love. And God gives us that love. As a deer panteth for the water, so my soul longeth after thee. You alone are my heart's desire. If you are looking for God, and you're hungry for God, which the more you look for God, the more hungry you get for God, the more you want to do for God. It's amazing how that works. Then we get hungrier and hungrier and want to do more and learn more and touch base with Him more. It's just the way we're built. When we really, really enjoy something, we want more of it. When we really, really enjoy it, we want more and more and more of it. A video game is a good example. I've always liked video games. I've always wanted to be able to play it and complete it and be done with it. And then when you're doing that, your desire gets higher and higher. I'd rather stay home and not work. I'd rather do that. Obviously, you're not going to stay home. You need sleep. You need to eat. You got friends, family, whatever. So there's other things that are definitely more important, but your desire for that can be extremely high and hard, which is not a bad thing, because that's what it's meant to do, is to make you want more. Being in the Bible is the same way. At first, you're not going to be that excited about being in the Bible. I'll be honest. There's those passages that you read, and they're extremely hard to read because it's just, it might be that begat this, begat that. Like in Genesis, you have Deuteronomy that does a lot of this is so big and so sized, and it kind of gives dimensions, and, so I mean, there's some verses that are really hard to read. I'm thinking Numbers, not Deuteronomy, sorry. That's why it's called Numbers. But it's a history. So there's some parts that are really easy to read. There's some parts that's really hard to read. But the hungrier you get, the more you want to dive into it. You start reading that Bible, you want to read more of it, and more of it, and more of it, and more of it. And if you're getting to one of those passages that you get to the point where it's really tough, then you might want to just read a couple verses and maybe go to a different chapter or a different book and read a different book for a bit and come back and read a couple verses. I've done that on numerous occasions. And then you end it with prayer. It could be simple as, God, just let me take in what I read. Or it could be as complicated as, God, please take care of this, 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 this. Thank you for letting me learn. It's whatever. God takes you as you are. If you're in communication with Him, God takes it. But you get to the point where you realize that God alone is my strength and my shield. Forgiveness is the biggest strength that we have for each other. I forgive you for this. I forgive you for that. I'm not going to hold a grudge because it doesn't matter. That's important. I look better with a goatee than a mustache. Mustache. But, sorry, rabbit. But, God appreciates our desire for Him. So I just want to encourage you, if you're struggling with the Bible, if you're struggling with reading the Word of God, be like that deer. make yourself hungry. And I'm not saying you have to put in crap loads of time. But take a little bit of time and make an obvious time with God. Whether it's afternoon, morning, evening, lunchtime, at supper time, whatever. Whether it's just reading a verse or reading a daily bread or whatever. Take a minute. Be still. Just give God a minute. Give Jesus a minute. Just thank Him for your day. And I think you'll be surprised at how much your life can change and excite you. It might be little, it might not be noticeable at first. It doesn't mean life is going to get any easier. But it just means that God is with you. And that is something to really lean on sometimes. When you're having a rough patch, things aren't going right, you're in pain, you're mentally in pain, anguish, whatever. Somebody died in your family. Knowing that somebody's there and has your best interest in mind is always a good feeling. I just want to share my thoughts with you on that. That's a song that I think has a lot of meaning and I really enjoy. So, please give me a thumbs up. That looks really freaky when you do that. I have a friend of mine who used to do that all the time. Hey, what's up? Yeah, now I'm being just silly. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. Give me your thoughts. What are things that calm you down? What are things that you just can't get enough of? Give me your thoughts. It'll be fun. And know that I am praying for you. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments. And you guys have a blessed day.